Hi everyone and welcome to our August 2016 Messages from the Heavenly Realm. So I welcome you and I hope everyone's having a wonderful summer and enjoying the beautiful weather and slowing down and smelling the roses and enjoying all of the animals in your family and friends. And so today I'm going to be doing something a little bit differently that I was called to do. And I'm just picked one card, and then other than that I really want to talk to you because this is kind of an important message that the angelic realm wants to share with you today. And what it's about, it has to do with when people suffer and when people have to deal with pain in their lives. And a lot of people are having to do this on a lot of different levels. It could be emotionally, they're having some trauma in their life that they're having to deal with, they're letting go. Maybe their family is having separation in some form or another. Perhaps someone has passed away or someone has going through a divorce, anything along those lines. There's suffering involved in that. It could be a suffering in the form of pain in your body. And what they want to share, there are a few different things, because I asked, why do we have to suffer? And it was really a two-pronged response that I received. One is that suffering is actually based on a belief system based on lack or limitation. Let me explain. And I'll use myself because I always think that's one of the best ways to do this. So for example, when I first got into all of this, it was back in 1997, and I had back pain, severe back pain, and I ended up having surgery on L5-S1. And so I'll use what I learned from my suffering. So what happened was, I believed with this back pain and after doing a lot of work that I was not being fully supported by the universe. Now, so that's the lack and the limiting belief that I was tapped into. See how it works? Now, what happens is those lack and limiting beliefs are really not true. Those are just beliefs that we've been brought up on, that we believed this is the way it is. Of course, I have pain, I have suffering, and that there was pretty much nothing that we could do about it. It was almost like a victim perspective on things. And what I've learned through all of these years of work and learning is that actually it is an opportunity to empower yourselves. What I mean by that is when we look at it from a place of lack, limitation, and I'm a victim, I have no control over whatever the illness may be, whatever I may be going through, then you're putting yourself in that victim situation. Do you see? And if you move out of that victim situation and you see that actually you are powerful, you are masterful, you have the ability to shift. How do you do this? It's through your perspective. When you shift your perspective from that based in lack and limiting beliefs, it's kind of like you're able to just look over another direction, another sliver of possibilities, right? Because the world is made up of unlimited possibilities. So what you're doing is you're shifting your perspective into that, from that limiting, lack-based belief into there are more possibilities. And the second prong of this is, what have I learned from this suffering? Very often we come into these situations in our life, and believe it or not, we chose, yep, I'm going to say that again, we chose to come into this embodiment to learn through experiencing these lessons. So for example, I'll use me again, going back to that. So I learned that I had the power. How did I learn that? How did I come about doing that? Well, when I looked into for me, the medical profession, it was having another surgery, which was not something I was looking to do. And then when I started doing, I was inquisitive. I wanted to learn more. I read about a Reiki circle here in West Hampton at the library. So I took it upon myself to go and to see what this was involved, what it meant. And when I went there, I learned that Reiki, R-E-I-K-I, taps you into the universal life force energy, which is all abundant, all sufficient, all loving. And we all have the ability to tap into the source. This is who we are. So I moved out of that belief system in lack and limitation and shifted my perspective into the knowing, the awareness, the understanding, you see, that I am powerful, that I am masterful. And so when I did that, actually all of the pain lifted because I no longer had to learn that lesson. Now, in the very beginning when I was going through that for a period of time, do you think I was really open to believing that I was causing that pain? I remember reading a book that my sister had given me. It was from Dr. Sarno. My sister's a doctor, so I respected this, coming from another doctor, and I read about it. And at first I was quite shocked because he talked about how it was really not based on a physical ailment. It was based on your thoughts and your emotions. After researching it and looking into Dr. Sarno's book and research, and then learning a lot from Louise Hay and You Can Heal Your Life, I saw these underlying truths, these words of wisdom, these affirmations that make sense, that there's all a correlation. You see, the body is the physical, it's the densest. So whatever we're thinking, whatever we're feeling, manifests in the physical realm through our body. You see, you're here to make manifest anything that you desire, that you'd like to create. And you've been really successful doing it. Most people get scared when they hear that. They're like, whoa, I don't know what I want. Typically that's true. Most people don't know what they want. And yet if you hear this and you open your heart right now, open your heart, take a nice deep cleansing breath. Center yourself, maybe uncross your legs, your feet. If you'd like to go outside, be in nature. Nature is a wonderful place to manifest. And ask yourself, what do I desire? And if you get confused or empty or you're not sure, that's okay, because this is your first step. Most people know what they don't want. And what they've done is they've created that time and time again. So you have been creating, you have been manifesting in your life. Typically what's been happening is you've been manifesting what you don't want. So now take a nice deep cleansing breath, center yourself. Ask yourself, what would I like to create? Now remember, you're in that space of infinite abundance. There's infinite possibilities. There's no lack, there's no limiting belief systems here. Pretend, use your imagination like you did when you were little. Young children are great manifestors. They get to play. Be in that space, move out of the head. The rational mind isn't going to take you there. The rational mind is looped up with the ego, and that will start telling you why you can't do whatever it is that you'd like to do. So right now, just play with it, have fun with it. What brings you joy? What gives you focus? What gives you clarity? Take time today, go outside with pen and paper, and ask yourself what brings you joy. And they're telling me right now, and it's funny because I picked one card, angel card for today, that's it. And it's from the Messages from Your Angels. And the card is Merlina, and I'll show you the card. And Merlina's talking about confused. You're confused and indecisive. So right now, let's say you don't know what you want. Great. Let's bring that in to play, and let's pick a few options. Let's pick something, bring it to mind, and what you're going to do is you're going to give it the test. This is your internal guidance system that we're going to work with now. So take whatever it is. Maybe you want to go on vacation. Or maybe you want to have a pool that you can swim in to keep cool and have fun with the family. Or maybe you want more time to relax and read a book. It can be as simple or as big as you'd like. It doesn't matter. It could be a penny. It could be a castle. It's all available to you. So I'll give you a moment. Think of just one thing and feel into it now. and drop down. It's almost like taking an elevator from your mind, your rational mind, and bring it down into your sacred heart. And see what it would feel like for you to be doing or being whatever it was that you were thinking about. You're feeling into it. Now you're connecting with your sacred heart. So now, ask yourself, and you can do this again later. This is just a little outline. Ask yourself, does it feel light and airy and fun and vibrant, maybe colorful? Or does it feel tense? Or maybe like there's a pit or a ball in the pit of your stomach. Does it feel heavy? That's your internal guidance system, letting you know what's in alignment with your highest truth. So if you're confused about certain situations or you have to use your discernment, go within this month and go within any time in the future. A lot of people are very well-meaning and they'll give you their opinion, their advice about things, and that's wonderful. And yet always go within to see in your internal guidance system to see if it feels right for you. What you're doing is you're connecting with your higher source, with God, with the angels, with the angelic realm. And as you're doing this, you can begin by doing the process by calling in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael or any other masters, ascended masters or angels that you'd like to be with you to accompany you, and say, please be with me now and give me clear, concise messages that will assist me on my journey, or that will assist me in making this choice. And then be open, and that's why you have the pen and paper. Write down whatever comes to you. This is them giving you information that you can work with. It's coming through you, and now you have this information. And so now it's up to you. You get to choose. How do you move forward? Lao Tzu said, the journey begins one step. It's a step of 1,000 steps. So in other words, you have to take one step before you can take another step, before you can take another step, right? So many people want to know the end results, and it's the journey that we're here. We're here experiencing. We're each embodying God and the universe and the love and the light within each one of us. So we're each this unique expression. And so how do you choose to express yourself? How do you choose to live your life? Be the change you want to be. Take a nice breath. Thank you all so much for coming. The angels, God, the elemental world, we all love you very much, and we're sending you blessings. Take the time to be with yourself and find your answers within. Thank you. Blessings.